Well, hello and welcome to today's race. This is the SFR GT Challenge test event that was held on Monday. Sorry, it was meant to be live, but here it is today. Here's your lineup from the grid. Erky on top spot with Souza, Turismo Souza in second. Nali's got third spot. Captain Goof, fourth. Catch, then Magic Man. Turismo Gurza, hopefully I'm saying your name right. Arrowheads in eighth. Exotica ninth. J-Rod got 10th, 2 Rare and 11th. 12th is Death Scythe. Boys Noise 13th. 14th is Big Red. Now, this should be a very exciting race here at Fuji. It's going to go for about 50 minutes. So sit back, relax, enjoy this one. I'm going to be calling all the action here. And thanks again to the SFR guys for doing this and racing. Rockefeller, Turismo, the Full Attack guys, STR guys, everyone that was involved. Thank you very much. And again, my apologies for not getting this out live when it happened. But anyway, let's see what happened out there. I didn't watch it, so I don't really know what's going to happen. So this is going to be exciting. And there are probably going to be a few of you who've already raced watching this live stream. Nicholas is here. Says he messed up his fuel strategy. So let's give it a watch. Here we go. And because it's a replay, I can control it. Here we go. From the lights here at Fuji International. Erky on the top spot with Souza running down towards the first turn. Big long straight here at Fuji. I'm not sure how long it is, but it's at least a few kilometers from the last turn at Panasonic. Here we go, underway. Erky's got the top spot still with Souza in behind, and it looks like Rocky Catch rather in fifth. Not too bad. His teammate Nali's up there as well. Goof's back into fourth. And it's going to be a pretty clean spin around the first turn. Yes, look at that. No one's jumping into each other. But it's Erky. He leads the field now up into turn 3, the Coca-Cola Bend. And then up towards 100R. Big sweeping bend here. Erky's got the top spot. And look at that. Look at that Mount Fuji in the distance. Beautiful. And then here we go. Erky's leading in. And look at how controlling his pace is. He's catching fifth. He's trying to find a way around Goof at the moment. On board with him. And it looks like he might get the spot here. He's going to be up behind his teammate Nali's in third. This is good. This is good. Into the tight hairpin now. He's come across. He's it's cut off and Nali's been spun. Nali's been spun. That's going to give Erky. Look at these two. Souza and Erky just pulling away from the field at the moment. As the rest of the field's been spun around. Exotica's got a small penalty. It is a test event, so there will be some things they're testing here. I think penalties is one of them. But unfortunately, I think that means our two Rockefeller boys, there's Nali down in 12th, and Catch has given him the spot. And they've got a long fight ahead of them. Still 36 laps here, but should be very interesting. Here's the battle at the front. This is on board with Souza. Can't get that nice little thing that comes up in the bottom right of your screen where it tells you who they are. Looking down the back. Souza on the brakes super late, and he's beaten Erky there. Erky now fighting in second place with Souza. Front of this pack as they come around turn 2. Let's have a look at the rest of the field. Looks like Magic Man finds himself up into third with Death Scythe in fourth. But there's a good little midfield battle happening here between the midfield pack. It's got Goof, Exotica, 2 Rare, Gurza there. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I really hope I am. And hopefully the stream is looking pretty sweet. I was getting some weird error messages coming through before I started, and I couldn't really change it. So I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, this is working just as well as the other streams have worked. Here's J-Rod in 10th. He's up behind Boys Noise. And they're fighting their way up towards the Dunlop corner now, up through 11 and 12. And he's gotten away nice and cleanly. This is the battle at the front, and Erky still on the tail of that Turismo Souza in the Aston Martin. He's running that Red Bull livery from last year that they used on their test car. Would have been awesome to see them actually use that, but they didn't. Anyway, we can always live in hope. Now this is the gap between Erky and Souza. And you can see the slipstream down this long straight is going to be super effective. 138 there for him. That's a good time. Here he goes. He might get the overtake in. He's looked on the brakes hard though. as he hit his braking markers. He's going to try slip down the inside of Souza, but Souza's too quick. Magic Man just watches it all unfold in front of him. Exotica's still got that lead. He's got a 1.5 second penalty. So does Death Scythe. He's got half a second, so they'll serve that at some point. But it's a good little battle happening here in the midfield. This looks like it could go on for quite some time as Goof's put in a best sector there. He's in the Lexus now, trying to run it down the inside of Death Scythe, back around the outside. Up towards the hairpin. And then down towards 300R. It's quite a difficult corner to get right. I think I just saw... Who was that? That was Too Rare. I thought he ran a little bit wide there, but he's got control of that Mustang now. He's also holding on to a 1 second penalty. Back at the front, Death Scythe leading this little battle with Goof in behind. And as they get through 10, 11 and 12 nice and cleanly now, no one's found extra pace. This is a very tricky corner, the 13th. Unlucky 13th. And it banks outwards, so the camber's all wrong. Oh, there's a battle happening in behind for 6th spot. And that's another spot for Turismo. Gerza, I'm just going to call you Gerza, in the Porsche. Putting it around Goof there. And Goof has been demoted to 7th for this race. It could be another move on for Gerza. Let's have a look. Hey, Kyle Pate's like the stream. Thanks, bro. It looks great, Nick. Awesome. That's good. Because I was getting error messages that it wasn't going to be looking great. Not much, Kyle. Not much is going on. What is up with you? Good to have you along, guys. I know it's pretty late, I think, where you are. So I do apologise again for not getting this out live. But Gerza here, putting on a good little show. Death Scythe, though, just getting the exit there that he needed. And Exotica looks like he's starting to slightly pull away with it. Maybe a little bit. As we're on board with him. Looking at the back of Death Scythe, you can see the field sort of got little equal gaps there. Gerza is probably the closest. As we come through the hairpin now. Still got that 0.4 second penalty to deal with, but I'm sure that'll get faded off as we get through some corners. But through some of these updates here in this game, that's sort of changed. Oh, Pedro Marzan. Oh, what's happened here? As we're on board with Death Scythe, I think he's missed his braking point, and we've watched him go flying out off into the runoff, and he's now down into 12th. I think he tried to avoid someone. I wish I could get replays. It's a replay of a replay. This is why I wanted to do it live. Anyway, Catch now getting his way up through the field. He was down in 12th position before, or 13th rather. And he gets around J-Rod, and I think his teammate, Gnarly's doing a pretty good job as well. There could be some moves on down the front. Straight. So thanks, Pedro and Kyle, for the likes. Facing the whole field going the wrong direction. We did see that, Kyle. We're on board with Nim now. Is there going to be any overtakes? Finale. Slipstream. Maybe not. Oh, look at that. Slips it down the inside. That's 8th spot. Easily done. Finale. Boys Noise has to take that 9th spot on the chin there. He's going to be fighting back though. He's looking for a way around in that Lexus. Looks like Too Rare is his next car lined up in his sights. Goof's the one in front of him. And that Lexus is looking quite competitive right now as we zoom out to see the field. A few guys holding penalties, but that shouldn't hold on for too much longer. Kyle just got himself a penalty there for some reason. So again, this was a test event, so they were testing different settings. I don't know if penalties are coming to the actual event when they started, but there was a good chance to try them here in these races. This is what the test event's for. We can do anything. And Exotica holding that 4th spot off Gerza now. You can see slightly different racing line through there. Gerza was trying to get the slip, but it didn't quite work out. As that off-cambered corner can sort of chuck your car out to the outside. That's why it's the 13th corner. Superstitions for some. He might get it done here. Is he going to get the power down? They clang front panels, and that's 4th spot for Gerza, the Turismo boy, up into 4th position. And look at him go down the front straight past the grandstand on the left and right. We got these two cars side by side. Is Exotica going to try an outbreak? Goes ahead. It's going to be interesting. Exotica on the Lexus. He's given up the spot. And that looks like Gerza's well and truly taking that away. Yes. Yeah, you're right. You probably are right. Penalties still in the air or not? Who knows? I guess we'll get confirmation of that soon. That's just from Kyle. Joshua Monfort. Damn turn 1 on YouTube. Yes, damn turn 1. Turn 1. It's one of those ones where you have to be very brave to brake very late. Look at these two though. They are just well and truly distancing themselves from the rest of the field. Souza in front of Erky now. I think they're both running the Aston Martin, and they're well and truly in the lead. Well in front of Magic Man, who's in third. He's in the Beamer by himself. Let's watch this battle rage on as they come down the front straight. Here to finish lap 6, to start lap 7. Sorry, I didn't mean to go mute. There, I had to find myself some water. I was getting dry mouth. So, let's get a bit of an update through the field as we start lap 7 here. Here's Magic Man in third. Goes has got fourth. And then it's going to be Exotica in fifth there. Goof in sixth for the STR. Rockefeller Gnarly, he's in 7th spot, so a good battle forward for him. 2 rares down into 8th at the moment. Catches up into 9th as well. Boys Noise, he's in 10th. And then it's Fams J-Rod in 11th. STR Death Scythe in 12th after we saw him miss his braking zone, or miss a big collision. And it's Big Red in 13th. Looks like he's had a bit of an issue there somewhere, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe Big Red just went into the pits and we just missed it. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Big Red. But this is where the battle is raging on. It's up at the front between these two, and it's been these two over guys since lap 1. Erky had the top spot, but Souza's gotten around him. Let's have a look. Let's see. Are they going into the pits? Is Turismo Souza trying to trick him? Maybe trying to break the slipstream. Can Erky get it back down into turn 1? The heavy braking zone of 1. Here we go. They're going too wide. They've got the same car here. Who's late on the brace? You can see the front end dip down as they just slam their foot on that middle pedal. And again, they're going to be neck and neck through 2. Up towards 3, the Coca-Cola corner. Souza's still in front. He's got the inside line for this. Are they going to try to do the switch around as they come towards 100R? Back in behind, trailing like a train. Through 4 and 5 up towards number 6, which is the hairpin. And then 7 and 8 down towards 300R. Doesn't look like he's able to push on forward there at the moment. 4th is still being held off by Gerza there. Exotica in 5th. Oh, Kyle, Erky and Souza are on another level. You are correct. Super alien-like. What's the emoticon for alien? Do you know the combination? Or is that just something you can pick on your keyboard? Gnarly's in 7th at the moment, so he's had a good little battle up forward. He does have a 1 second penalty to deal with. Up into the hairpin now. He is captured 9th. He's fighting his way forward too in Aston Martin. Just hitting the inside corner there a little bit. On board with Catch. You can see how much that corner banks away from you. And then this corner just appears out of nowhere. That's sort of a blind apex because it's so sharp. And then up towards, this is the Panasonic corner number 16. Another uphill corner. Very tricky technical section, that last sector. And then I've got to find out how long this straight is. It is long. as you can see. Well, what do you know? This truck was built in the early 1960s. In the 80s, it was used for the FIA World Sports Car Championship and National Racing. There you go. It was acquired by the Toyota Motor Corporation in 2000. Giving a bit of history of the track, because sometimes we sort of race at these tracks and we never really get to see what's happening. Let's have a look at this battle here between Exotica and Gurza still. It's still raging on. Been going for a lot of this time. Rocky Rocco's liked the stream. Thank you, brother. And Clyde P. Wilson is now following. Thank you very much, Clyde, for following. And today's going to be a very special day. There's going to be 2 streams today. We've got this one, and then tonight we've got the start of the F2 series. I think starts at... Actually, don't know the start. It's either 8:30 or 9:30 my time. So be on the lookout for that. And then tomorrow night, Friday, we've got the F1. And then... Oh, what's happened? Oh, catch just with a bit of lag there. Unfortunately, that's what happens with these replay files. This is why I like to do them live. And again, Wayne, I do apologise for not getting this done live. Let's have a look. Too rare. Oh, he's actually draft bumping catch here. Interesting tactic. They're on the same team. They do race for the same team. So why not help your teammate out? It is a tactic that I don't know if it's not allowed on the online racing, but in the league racing, might as well go for it. So he's actually helped his teammate out there with a bit of draft bumping. And Boys Noise has been left in the dust in the Lexus. He hasn't got too much of a gap, but there's a little way for him to catch up. Let's have a look at the aliens out in front. It's Souza and Erky, and they're still holding tight to each other in these Aston Martins, absolutely showing us how to drive them properly. Down into the Dunlop bend again for the 10th time, as we've got 36 laps to complete, and we're about a third, just getting close to the third of the way through. Now, I'm trying to find out how long that straight is. The track is 4.56 kilometres long. Erky's now hosting my stream with 1 viewer. Thank you very much, Erky. And you get the little default zombie for hosting. Thank you very much, bro. But, yeah, I want to know how long that straight is down the front straight. If anyone knows, please let me know. Rocky Rocco, Josh, best in the business on Facebook. Thank you very much. Boys Noise had a good run too. He's having a good run at the moment. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. Erky with the love heart and the robot. Thank you, Erky, bro, on Twitch. I am saying Gurza's name correctly. Awesome. Thank you very much, Nicholas, letting me know on YouTube. All right. Stream's working correctly. And we've got some pit stops happening. Let's have a look. Let's see what Goof decides to do. He's running on the soft compound at the moment. He's about halfway through with his fuel. Let's have a look and see what decides to do. He doesn't want to mess up his fuel. Tyres off. New boots on. The Michelin's for him. Fuel in. It was only a little bit. Medium compound tyre. So he got about 10 laps on the soft. We should see maybe 15, 16 on the other ones. And who was that at the back getting a pit stop? Big Red. So Big Red didn't go in before. He's coming in now. So similar things for him, but he's got a little bit more fuel left. Interesting. We want to know when these front 2 guys stop, because this is where the battle's raging on. Does, say, Souza go in and then Erky following in behind? Or does Erky try to get the other lap out? It's going to be very hard. It's possible that Erky's been saving a little bit of tyre, but to stay close to his teammate or his compatriot Souza there, he's probably had to burn through the rubber just as hard. So we're going to find out. Probably not this lap, though. They seem to always go on a little bit longer. Are they turning in? He's trying to break the slipstream. Does Erky think of it? He doesn't, and they go past the pit lane entry. There's Magic Man in third. He's still holding that. He's piloting that huge BMW. It's such a beast of a car. And here's Gurza in fourth. Are we going to see any of these guys head in? Gurza's going in. Yes, he's in. Exotica will continue on. The Turismo boy in the pit lane scrapes the inside wall, trying to get as much speed as you can into the pits. And his pit crew are ready and waiting as the rest of the field goes past. We've got Boys Noise 2 round J-Rod going through. Here's Captain Goof. He's sort of battling with Gerza here. Is he going to beat him out? This could be very interesting. We're looking for Gerza's on the medium. There he is. He's on your right. And he's beaten. He's beaten Gerza out of the pits. He's going to get up the inside. He doesn't quite get there. And look at that. We've got Goof getting out in front of Gerza there. Very, very interesting. So Goof was able to put in some quick laps. The front boys now, they're coming through the end of the lap again. You can just see how much of a difference the pace of these guys is making. Alien pace, as you'd call it. Oh, Nicholas has done it. 1.475 kilometres is the straight. So there you go. Almost 1.5 kilometres down the straight. You win. You win, Nick. You win. You win. Now we're waiting to see. Are they going to go in? Souza's always done this. He tricks us to go in, and Erky's followed. He's not going to pull out the last second. Nope. 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 Phrasing. If you watch Archer, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right. Souza and Erky. It's the race is on. Who's going to fuel more? Who's going to fuel less? Souza's the first one in. Boots come off. New rubber goes on. The Pirellis for him. That's Magic Man. Erky's got the Michelin. Souza goes back to the soft. Erky's gone to the medium, I believe. Let's have a look. Eric Nickens likes the stream. Thank you, Eric. Be like Eric Nickens and like the stream too. I'd appreciate that. I don't know if it does that for YouTube likes or Twitch likes, but thank you very much, guys. Oh, Rocky saying in chat, wish you didn't hit Kyle at the start so they would have had a chance up front. You guys were looking good, man. You guys are even really looking good on your recovery runs. He's gnarly now, just behind Exotica. Trying to find his way through. Voss Dodu has liked the stream. Thank you very much, Voss. Legend. I should always stream when you guys aren't racing. I get more likes on the stream. No, thank you very much, guys. Here we go. Gnarly down towards. Ooh, Voss Dodu has shared my stream. Look at that. I haven't seen that one before. Gotta love some rivalries there. Here we go, Gnarly. Oh, he just can't quite get the speed or the exit he wants. He's probably going to be battling with Exotica for a little bit. How far off Erky's now of Souza? Oh, look at that. The gap has grown. But medium tyres for Erky here, remember. Nicholas Rodriguez Schaefer has liked the stream as well. Like the stream like Nick. Thank you, Nick. Here goes Gerza and Magic Man. Magic Man's up behind Gerza here. Wonder if Magic Man has lost out through the pit stops. He's putting the flash and the lights on. Is he going to brake harder? He's got a much bigger car. The Porsche turns in. Gerza's got around him, and Magic Man hasn't. Oh, he's actually lost a lot of time. Whatever happened there. And Goof will lead this little field off towards the distance in third. Rocky Rocco's shared the stream. Thank you very much, Rocky. Thank you very much to everyone that does all that as well every single week. Brad Watson's liked the stream. Thank you very much, Brad. It's gone nuts. Absolutely nuts. Again, don't forget, I got more racing coming up later today. So if you're up late tonight in the US, yeah, it'll be worth staying up, I think. Erky in second there. Here's Goof in third. He's gotten that off Magic Man. But Magic Man's sitting in behind Gerza at the moment. And we're waiting to see what the BMW driver can do. He's probably holding on to some harder compound tyres. That's probably why he hasn't entered the pits yet. I don't think we saw him go in. Oh, he's got a pit thing next to his name on lap number 5. Oh, sorry, that's Gerza. Let's have a look at Magic Man. He doesn't have one that we can see, so probably not. But that BMW, it's just a big car, just an absolute, it's a boat. You can hear the engine just, oh, it's a great sounding car. And Magic Man's doing a pretty decent job in that boat. Waiting to see if Goof is beaten to the punch here. He's got a pretty quick drive behind him of Gerza. Souza and Urk in front are absolutely disappeared. And there's a penalty. Pretty strict penalties if you ask me. But that's how the game decides to give them. There were renovations in 2001. Did you know in 2003 the circuit was closed down to accommodate a major reprofiling of the track using a new design from Herman Tilke? The track was reopened on April 10th, 2005. And there's this track has a lot of history, more history than I think a lot of other tracks have. And Nick says, and wait till the end for my famous goof laps. And no worries, mate. I was curious how long it was. So was I, Nick. 1.475 kilometres. That's about a kilometre and a half. If you use the imperial system, I don't, so I'm just going to stay on the metric system. It's much easier to convert. Trust me. That's 1,475 metres. See how easy that was to convert? I don't know if you could do that so quickly with your imperial system. Ooh, here we go. We got a little battle raging on here with Goof. Goes the Magic Man, and we're waiting for one of these guys to get out in front. At the moment, he hasn't made any headway. We're on board with Magic Man. And there's the distance. That is Exotica in behind. So Exotica's got himself a penalty too. Probably for the shortest of cuts of the track. But let's see how Magic Man... A little bit of wheel spin there. He's done well to control that. So it looks like if you're a little bit too eager on the accelerator in this thing, it will flick out around. Down into the hairpin. He's doing well to get traction through there. To hit 13th. This is corner 13 or 13th. And then up towards nets. This is that complex of corners here, 14, 15. And this is the Panasonic corner here, number 16. Before we hit the 1.5 kilometre straight. Can he get the power down early, Magic Man? He got the power down reasonably soon. But I think Gerza and Goof have done a better job. We're on board with Gerza here. He's going to have a bit of a slipstream from Goof in front. Can Goof defend it? Look at how powerful that Porsche is. Brakes on hard and the corner's ended. Oh, bit of lag there, but Goof did get around the corner and he's still got that lead in front of Gerza at the moment as we come up towards number 3. And then down, this is 100R. It's a very fun corner to get right. It's not a fun corner to get wrong. And if you're pushing too hard, you end up way out wide off into the grass area there. Gerza now slipping the nose up on the inside of Goof. We thought there could have been an overtake opportunity there. He's had to back off slightly as we run down towards the Dunlop section. Turns 10, 11, 12. And he's stayed in behind. Magic Man's also closed that gap quite considerably. It could be a move on here. Back towards with Goof. He's just trying his best at the moment to put that Lexus where Gers is trying to put his Porsche. Oh no, he's cooked it on the exit of that corner. He cooked it on the exit of 15, and that's given Gerzer the opportunity to get around. Can he reply instantly down the straight? And look how close Exotica is now. Exotica is not too far off the back of Magic Man. But it's this man Gerzer who's just benefited from a small mistake from Goof. Down the straight we go. Past the start-finish straight now. Goof puts down up on the outside for the first turn. Gerzer's got the inside line. You can see that Lexus on the brakes. Magic Man's pushing it in hard. Oh, look at that. He's actually done it. He's up into fourth. He's got around Goof there. What a move from the BMW pilot. He's put himself back up in front of the two STR drivers, Exotica and Goof. And he's come from a position back. Didn't expect that to happen. Is Goof nursing some issues here? Exotica looks like he's trying to push one down the inside. The two teammates slightly touched there. And Exotica has the inside line, and that's another position lost. Goof down into sixth. 2 positions gone on the one lap. Lap 18, not a lap to remember. But Magic Man's on a flyer at the moment. And it won't be long, I think, before he's trying to define that third position. Well, Exotica, I think small error from Magic Man. Like I said, if he's a little bit too eager on the accelerator, that back end wants to flick out, and Exotica's gotten around him at nets at 14 just before the entrance of 15. Can Goof get something out of this as well? He looks like he's stuck behind the boat. Goof's trying in the Lexus. That's usually a really, really strong car. It should have the power, you'd think, over this BMW, but I could be wrong. Look at that. You can hear the engines revving high as they hit down this almost 2 kilometers of straight. Exotic is up into third as that's all happened. Gets it back. Fourth is Exotica. Magic Man holds off the advance from Goof, holds off the fifth. But, oh, wow, we almost had 3-4 cars changing positions there. This is where the battle's raging on. And this is all for a battle for third at the moment, all the way back to sixth. Let's get a quick update what's happening through the rest of the field. This is Souza. He's up into first, and he's got quite the lead now on Erky. Erky on some harder compound tyres. Gerzer holds third. Exotica's fourth. Magic Man still just has fifth at the moment. There's Goof in sixth. Gnarly's got up into seventh. Catches behind him in eighth. Boys Noise finds himself in ninth position. 2 Res in 10th at the moment. J-Rod 11th. Deathsize 12th. Big Red, well, down in 13th. And I think he's about to get lapped by this man, Souza. As we start lap 20 here. Only 17 laps to go. Rocky says stream looks great in 1080. Awesome. No penalties in regular season, FYI. So there we go. Confirmation of that happening. So the penalties you see here in the test season, they won't be carried over to the real one. Ah, you've converted it to the metric. 0.917 miles is the straight. That wasn't easy to convert, was it, Nick? Wasn't as easy as I could convert my kilometers to meters. Exotica gets third as I rage on about what's better. And Gerzer takes fourth. There's some swapping and changing going on. Magic Man. Oh, I think Magic Man's got fourth. He does it. He's got himself a half a second penalty for probably cutting the inside corner a little bit. He'll live though. And Gerzer takes fourth. He's backed off a little bit and let Gerzer get in front. And Goof has really fallen away from the pack there. I don't know why you're losing so much speed. It was on Wikipedia. Oh, well, there you go. So Nick converting it, not actually converting the straight length. He found it on Wikipedia. So thank you, Wikipedia, for doing that. Erky still got second spot right now as we end lap 20. Exotica's got himself up in the third after all of that. And you can see he's starting to pull away slightly from the two. of Gerza and Magic Man. Magic Man was holding third for a long, long time. Turismo driver doing a fantastic job today. Putting on a fantastic show. So is this one, Magic Man for Rockefeller. The Binary Theory, followed on Twitch. Thank you very much, Binary Theory, for giving us a follow. Yes, if you are new here, thank you very much for liking, subscribing, and watching. My name's Josh, and this is a Demo 1 Garage. I've got a nice little logo that comes up, but I've lost it. But thanks again. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook every stream, so you can pick wherever you want to watch us. And I'll do my best to watch the chat as well. Even though there's 3 different chats going on, I'll do my best. But this has been the SFR test event here at Fuji, and we've just found out, come the real season, there won't be actually penalties on, so that's an interesting development there. Here it is. This is what I was talking about. That's me, demo1garage.com. Website's not quite live yet, but it should be coming as I finally moved into the new place. Hopefully enjoying the stream in 1080. Hopefully it's working. And yes, we have an F2 event coming up tonight, so Formula 2. And that will be live from, I've forgotten where we're doing it. I think it's Hungary tonight, and then the next race is Monaco. So it's going to be quite interesting to see these new boys out on track in the F2 cars. But it's Exotica who leads this little pack here, and he's earned third at the moment. He's earned it well. Gerza's done a great job of fighting his way forward, but at the moment, just out of reach of that podium position. Gnarly's found himself up in the 6th, so Goof has fallen back even further. Goof's there in 7th. What is happening, bro? Is it the fuel strategy? And there is Catch, and you can see another penalty flashing on screen for him. Now, was that Goof going in? It is. Let's have a look. I think it's fuel. We were told that fuel, look at that, only 3%. Did you have to turn down the engine mode there? Erky and Souza were really looking forward to this race. They've done a really good job. They're just so far out in front at the moment, Binary. Just so far out. And Nick said he fell off. I pushed too hard on my tyres and forgot to add gas. Well, there we go. Let's see how much gas you add here. Up to 82. Back on the mediums. So that'll get you to the end. So you got the pace once again, but you're back out in 12th. So you've lost a lot of spots. Here is Sosa. We're about 11 laps in since he's pitted last, and he's not coming back in. Erky will easily go through because he was on the harder compound. But I'm fairly confident Sosa took the soft tyre. So, is he going to come in for another soft? This is Exotica in 3rd, and he's got that little lead here on Gerza at the moment. Magic Man has not given up, though. Penalties for everyone at the moment. Doesn't look like it's too hard to get one here either. You put 1 or 2 wheels over that white line, and it's goodbye not having a penalty. You're wide open all out. Just forgot to add on my first stop. You never fuel manage, you just flat out. Well, it hurt you there, didn't it? Just hurt you a little bit. But you live and learn. That's what's a good thing about a test race. It was a test race. You could test things. We're on board with Magic Man at the moment as he chases down 4th and 3rd position. There you can see the physical gap on track at the moment. There'd be a second or 2 between them. That's what I really dislike about the replays. While though I watched it live, well, the computer watched it live, and it had all the gaps telling me how far away everyone was, the replay doesn't save that information, and I don't know why. But Gnarly's up in the 6th and Catches up in the 7th, so after their little bungle down at this corner on the first lap, they've fought back well. But they would have, Gnarly and Catch really would have been up there for a good, maybe even a podium, even battling in this, if they'd catch it, manage to avoid his teammate there, but, you know, bad things happen. That's what happens sometimes. But anyway, we're here racing at Fuji, and our Magic Man's really closed that gap on Gurza here. These guys have really put on a show for us. You can just see Gnarly enter the frame at the back. Let's see what he can do down this 1.5 kilometre straight. What is quicker? What's got the better top end? It looks like that Porsche's just eking it out. It's going to be close. There's your marker boards. He's put it down the inside. Is he going to get it? He's up beside him. Gers has turned in. Magic Man's been forced up onto the curbs. And the number 78 gets out of that alive, but he doesn't get up a position. He stays in 5th for now. And we have not got long to go here in this one. This is the front of the race. This is Turismo Souza leading it. And he's leading it by some distance over this man, Erky. You can see he's about 2.5 corners ahead of him. But what I'm interested in seeing is, does Souza have to pit again? He pitted 11 laps in on the softs, but he probably needed fuel then. Surely he's gonna eke it out to the end here. Probably will. Oh no, he's going in. Souza's going in. No, is he coming out? No, he's going in. What does Erky do? Erky follows him in too. So fuel, it must be fuel. So Erky went on the harder compound. You can see, look at that. Erky was on the medium. Souza was on the soft. Let's see what Souza takes on. He's the first one in. The leader. New Pirellis. Probably the soft tyre. Erky's going to need less fuel, I think. They've got the same car too, mind you. He's taken 55. Medium tyre. Erky should go back on the soft. No, he's gone back onto the medium, 55 as well. So exactly the same amount of fuel. But that lead that Souza has is going to grow. Exotica, Gnarly, and Magic Man are in the pits as well. As the pit lane becomes busy for the second time this race. This is Gnarly. He had 5% left of fuel. I want to see what these mid guys take. Do they take softs or mediums like the front guys? Boys Noise. J-Rod's in as well. Boys Noise had no fuel left. Look at that. 0 on his. Let's have a look what Gnarly takes. 55. Back on the mediums. And it's Magic Man out in front. Just out in front of him. Gnarly is nice and tight to the back end of that not Porsche, the BMW. Exotica's down the road a little bit. And where is Gurza? He's down in 3rd, and that's looking like a nice lead. I don't think Gurza went into the pits. Surely not to have a lead like that. This is where there's a little battle happening here for 5th position. 2 Rockefeller racers here at the moment. They're going to be careful not to bump into each other, but pride is on the line at the moment as we count down to this one. 12 laps to go here. And it's looking like a win for Souza or Erky. Catches up into 7th. He's got a bit of a penalty there. Goof also has one as well, half a second. Our leader, Souza, still a fair way away from Erky at the moment, a few seconds. There's Erky there. So he hasn't been able to pull out any time through the pit stop. And this is why Gurza had that such a lead. He's in the pits now. This is Exotica coming through. Where on track is he? He's down the front straight. Does Exotica have to come in? Gurza's just getting some tyres off now. Exotica's there. Gnarly's got around Magic Man through all that as well. Gurza still in the pits getting fuel. Here goes Magic Man. Catch is also out in front. Gurza's taken the soft tyre. Is he going to get 4th? Is Gnarly going to get him? Gnarly saw him coming, exiting out the pits. Gnarly down on the inside. Magic Man on scene as well. It's Gurza on the inside. It's going to be Gnarly for the outside of this 3rd corner. And it's a win for Gurza there, as Gnarly had to just concede. Otherwise, he probably would have been safely around the corner up towards 100R. And Great strategy there by Gerza. Just gets out in front, but Gnarly on that a fight back of the century, up into 5th spot after being down in 12th. And there we go. Gerza's got a penalty for probably extending track limits slightly. Gnarly tries to stick it down. He's going to be on the outside now. Gnarly on the brakes hard. Gerza tries to get the Porsche under control. Was there a little tap there from Magic Man unintentionally? Probably. Gnarly, though, he's got the power and he's got the pace. Gerza now trying to make that Porsche super wide, wider than it is. Can he do it as they come through 13th? Up through nets, 14, 15. Who can get the better exit down to 15? And then up towards the last turn to 16. You can see Exotica there just holding off 3rd spot. It's 5th at the moment for Gnarly. Looking around into the last corner, it's going to be a drag race down here. That Porsche looks like it got a really early start on the accelerator. But Gnarly, with this Aston Martin, he should have some advantage over it. Let's have a look. The slipstream being super effective. Gerza's not trying to break it either. Let's have a look. Can he get around? This guy's going to make a move. There we go. He gets around him. Gnarly and the Aston. They're going to be side by side as the braking zone comes up. Magic Man doesn't quite benefit as well. Oh, Magic Man almost gets too wide. That could be another position gain for Catch as he starts to gain on his teammate Magic, who was holding 3rd for so long this race. Wow, what a period of racing we've just seen. This is Exotica. This is the guy they're going to be catching up to as Gnarly now holds that 4th spot, and he's doing a great job of it. Gerza's not making it easy for him, though. It's not making it easy at all. This is looking out behind Gnarly's car. Erky just gives us an update earlier on saying he took softs, even though it didn't update and said mediums. So, well, Erky's on the soft tyre apparently. So we'll see if Erky can catch up. I actually can't remember who wins this one. I did see the end of it, but I don't remember who won it. So, ooh, Gnarly looks like he's on the limit just slightly. The 3 cars behind him they're all nursing penalties. Gnarly at the moment has avoided that. Gerza, though, he's going to have the slipstream just like Gnarly had on him last lap. But this Aston Martin has a really high top end. He's trying to break that slipstream here. Oh, he almost pitted Gnarly there by accident. As he tried to break it, Gnarly, though, stays out in front of Gerza. And up into turn 1, it's still 4th place for the Rockefeller driver. Nick saying, very proud of Exotica, he did a great job. He's doing such a great job out in 3rd at the moment. Glad to have a Lexus teammate. Well, you do. Exotica, ooh, Gnarly cutting the corner a little bit. Probably being bullied out there by Gerza slightly. Great all race. Oh, yes. He did great all race, yes. Yes, Exotica did do great all race from Nick there on YouTube. But he's holding 3rd. Getting up into 2nd or 1st, I think, is going to be quite difficult. Erky is a lot closer to Souza. This is what I was talking about. Erky taking the softer compound to the end. Souza's on the medium compound. So these two guys, they're on different compounds here. Same car. Now, Erky's really closed that gap. This could get very, very interesting as we come to the closing 7 laps. And look at this. Erky, every single corner is just raking it in. Reeling in. Souza's Aston Martin. It's going to be Erky who wants to get the lead. He's not going to look for it here as we hit the hairpin. Up into Dunlop through 11 and 12 as well. Up into 13th. Who takes this one nicely? Do they follow each other? Bit of a flash of the lights from Erky. Trying to put Souza off. These guys have been out in front all race. They've been almost flawless in their execution of this one. But it's which strategy wins. It was the middle stint Erky did on the mediums. Souza did the last stint here on the mediums. They've got exactly the same amount of fuel levels. And Erky is desperately trying to stay onto the back of that slipstream that Souza's providing for him. Souza doesn't want him to be there. They're going to be neck and neck as they come towards turn 1 here on lap 30. Erky's got the lead just slightly. Can he get him around? Him around the outside's going the long way. Souza, though, with the inside line, he just grabs it back off him. He's just edged in front. Erky, though, is going to have the inside for this third turn. And it will be Erky who's in front. Lap 30, we've seen 2 change of positions already in 3 corners. Down into the 4th corner. Down into 100, up towards turn 6. And look at this. Erky looks like he's starting to pull away. He's creating the gap, the air gap he wanted. And he's going to need the biggest gaps that he can create before we get to that big long straight. As they come around down towards Dunlop. But it's Erky in the lead. And it's Souza who was leading a majority of this race. Who's now down into 2nd spot. He's still fighting hard, but he is on the slower tyre, and that's, I think, what's killing him here. Oh, Nick, heck of a battle between them. You're damn straight. These guys, Erky and Souza, thank you for putting this on, guys. I hope you enjoyed this race. Eric Nickens, amazing pass. Here we go. Souza, slipstream, is it going to be enough? Look at the distance between them. They're in the same car, don't forget. You can see Erky just trying to break the slipstream. He's using all of the available track width. And I think that's proving to be quite effective. He's gained some time, but it's not going to be enough before the breaking of 1. And he's missed his apex there. As they drive on towards number 3. And Souza, it looks like he's losing this battle. He hasn't given up though. But I'd say the battle is almost over for Souza. As you can see, the laps are ticking down. He's quickly running out of time here. Up into the hairpin. And Erky is just flying away with it. The gap is growing and growing every single metre they run. And being on the slower tyre, it's going to be very difficult to catch back up unless Erky makes a mistake. And if a driver hasn't made a mistake after 30 odd laps, they're probably not going to make it in the final 4 or 5. Here we go. Coming down now to the closing stages, and you can see Erky is just growing the gap, the time gap. Souza will probably close it once again on the straight, but once again it won't be enough, and this man will still be in front by the end of 36 laps, probably. Let's have a look at 3rd. There's Exotica. He's got a nice little gap on Gerza. Gnarly's there. Then it's Catch, Magic Man, and Big Red. 2 Res out in 8th at the moment, and then it's J-Rod in 9th. Goof's got 11. Oh, Boys Noise has had a bit of an issue, and he's going to be letting the front runners through. So blue flags for Boys. And there's Big Red in 12th. I miss Goof. There's Goof in 10th. So Goof ran too hard, but we've been told that the Goof laps are coming. So we'll keep a close eye on Goof here and see what sort of Goof laps we get. Let's have a look at the times. You did a 135. How did you do a 135? That's a quick lap. You're averaging, 140, 139, 140, and then you did a 135. What lap does Goof get here? He's going to be coming up on J-Rod very shortly. Let's go across the start-finish line, another 138. Another best lap time there. Surely that 135 is an error, because Erky's got the quickest lap with a 1:37. And then Souza in second. And you can see, again, he just hasn't been able to close that gap at all through this section of racing. Got a lot of distance between him, and Erky is almost a distant blimp, just a dot on the horizon for Souza here. Exotica, though, doing a fantastic job in third. And then Goes has managed to take away fourth at the moment. Catch has actually gotten in front of Gnarly here. So Catch, after all that, is now in front of his teammate. But it's all three Rockefeller boys at the moment fighting for fifth spot. Magic Man down into seventh. He's going to do his best to keep up with the Aston Martins here. Let's see what he can do. He's got the slipstream, so does Gnarly. Not sure that he's pulling away. That Aston Martin looks like it's pulling up towards the back end of Catch, though. This is on board with Gnarly. Brakes on. Catch is already there early. And then Magic Man right on the tail. And he's come in a little bit too hot. And he's lost his back end, and he's lost a little bit of time for that. It's going to be hard pressed to catch all that time back up, as we've only got 3 and a bit laps to go. Outlap. Yeah, true. You did a 1:35 on an outlap. That's a good outlap. Erky did do a good livery. Magic Man, though, unable to catch up to his teammates. He's actually done a really good job there of closing that gap. Might not be too long before he's giving Gnarly another push to pass. As they hit through 13th now. They're all holding a bit of a penalty. Shouldn't affect them too much. Magic Man is right on the tail of that Aston Martin again. He looks really strong through this section. Really, really strong through the technical parts. Here we go. Another run down the front straight. Is it going to be enough? Again, that Aston Martin's got the legs. Much more than what we've got in this Beamer. And again, Gnarly trying his best to catch up to his teammate, but Rocky is there first. Magic Man this time doesn't bin it, and he's a lot closer. So he's on for a bit of a... He could be on for a pass here, because he's really strong through this technical part of the track. Let's see if the 7th place Magic Man can find himself up into 6th before the end of this, as we have only got 2 laps to go. Ooh, sideways from Gnarly. He's pushing hard. Gnarly's got to be careful. Magic's right there. He's going to... Ooh, somehow Gnarly's kept him at bay. Magic Man didn't have the pace to take advantage of that mistake. And up into Dunlop we go. This man leads the field. Oh, Gnarly, he's overcooked it again. And that's Magic Man around the outside. Gnarly's down into 7th. A mistake for the 6th place Aston. Now finds himself the 7th place Aston, as his teammate just pounces. And it's 6th position for Magic. Gnarly at the moment, again, trying to recover after a little mistake. He does have the legs down this back straight, though. This will be very interesting. Let's see what he can do. Probably not going to be close enough. He's going to I think he's going to close the gap. You can see it's closing ever and ever so slightly, but it's not going to be, the straight's not going to be long enough. He's closing it in. He's closing it in. We're on the penultimate lap now, ladies and gentlemen. And Gnarly, at the moment, hasn't been able to bridge that gap any further. But it's Erky who is leading this one. As we come around for the second to last time, as he goes and hits the front straight. He's going to begin the final lap here at the Fuji International Speedway. And he looks like he's on to get the win. Wonderful strategy by Erky to go onto the quicker tyre at the end, and it's made all the difference. Souza's not too far behind, but he's not close enough to challenge Erky for the spot. But it's been this alien out in front for most of this one. He's been chasing Souza through the middle stint, where he made an amazing pass, and he finds himself in the lead and at the front at the end of the race. And everyone watching on Erky Gaming, give your man a round of applause. What a race. Took the soft tyres at the end. It said he didn't, but Erky in chat let us know that he did, and you can tell it's made the difference. Thank you very much, Nick, for the kind words. I do apologise for not getting this out live when it happened, but hopefully everyone enjoyed this race as it happened today, even though it is a replay. Still just as exciting as watching it happen out there. And it was really good to get the insight from some of you guys who have been racing. Exotica still holds third at the moment, and he is not too far behind. Catch, though, I think will take a fifth if he can just hold off without a mistake. But here goes Erky as he goes across and advances towards that finish line. The lights are flashing. You'll see the checkered flag. And that's a win for Erky. First place for him. Souza will take the second spot. What a great race from those two guys. A well-deserved win. And it's Exotica in third at the moment. He's got Gerza just behind him. This is Gerza here, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch up in the little amount he's got as he's through the last corner. Exotica looks to be a lot quicker. Sorry, not the last corner now. Through 13th. Up through nets. Left and right. Very technical section. And Exotica, it says second. That's only because Souza left the lobby. But it's going to be third for Exotica. You'll see the checkered flag. There'll be a big sigh of relief from him. He's killing the penalty. So Souza, catch. Will also kill his penalty. Probably not. He's got a big enough gap. Magic Man kills his penalty. Gets 6th. Gnarly takes 7th. And then Goof is next in 7th. No, that's 8th because we've lost one. Goof laps. You've done well to get 7th after all that. You got around J-Rod and 2 Rare. And they'll take 9th and 10th. Boys Noise has already crossed the line for 11th. And what a race we've had. And thanks to all the guys that joined us today. Thank you to Rocky for being so patient. But thank again to Rocky as well from Rockefeller Racing for organising such a fantastic race. We should have more next week on Monday. But tonight we've got the F2 here on Demo 1. And then on Friday we've got the F1 from Hungary. And then what else have we got? We've got Sunday, we've got Race on Oz. And then Monday, we'll be back with you guys once again for another GT Sport race. Sunday is also a GT Sport race. And there's probably going to be a lot more coming. So thank you once again, guys, for watching. My name's Josh from Demo 1. Jonathan Jones just liked the stream. Thank you, Jonathan Jones. Be like Jonathan Jones and like the stream too. And yeah, if you are new, don't forget, if you want to see more e-racing, eSport stuff like this, please like, subscribe, follow wherever you are watching, Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. But until next time, guys. Yeah, Battle for 8, Jonathan Jones. I should have caught the end of that, but I didn't. Anyway, it was a good race. Nicholas Schaefer, great job. Thank you. Bedtime now. Work in 5 hours. Go get some sleep. Yes, thank you, Rocky. Can't wait to see F2 and our next event for Rockefeller. Yeah, it will be live next time. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. My name's Josh from Demo 1. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatever it is you want to do. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys then.